Hey folks, how you doing? So, a lot of you are familiar with my Wakisashi, Gavizashi. It was designed by Kylie. I had it cut here. He just designed a blank, you know. He done one, I think, so far. I think it's still available. I don't know if he sold it. It's really cool. But he did do with a traditional kind of Japanese handle style. But the whole point of designing these was to have kind of like a woodworking handle with a negative angle. Not traditional Japanese style, when the handle continues, you know, in the same upswept or, you know, curve. You know, you change the angle here to go more negative down. You know, to actually, because we enjoy these type of blades, but we use it for, you know, wood, you know, pot cleaning, cleaning of the wood processing and stuff like that. And that handle is a little more suitable, a little better than the traditional style for this. These are made from S7, what was it, about 56, 57 if I remember right. This one's seen a lot of use already, even in the sandy conditions, you know, on the beach, cleaning the pot on the beach when we got married. It's still, you know, it's not gonna push cut print paper here at the most used section from that sand, from that beach work, but it still will slice printing paper. Here it's still actually, this section, still foam book slicing sharp, because this section doesn't get used much, only occasional draw cuts when you're sliding through like bushes here, like palm leaves and stuff like that, but this doesn't do it. So S7 will stay sharp a lot longer than some people, you know, think. It is a good steel. I really like it. That's why I keep using it on the big choppers, and I will be for quite some time. You know, ABR for the small stuff, S7 for the choppers. And I have a good friend of mine that asked me a while back, you know, if I will ever get around to finish the second Waki, second blank I had. I only had two and Kylie had two. That he would love to have it. And he's a good friend of mine. He owns one of the Excaliburs. So I finally got around to it and finished it for him. You see, same takedown, two-piece takedown Kydex sheet. The nice thing about this, it's nice and secure even upside down. But you grab it this way, push off, and it just goes out. This one is pretty nice. Only one thing what he asked me if I could try to do is leave a flat portion up front. You know, if we ever, you know, choose to baton with it or something, so he has kind of like a flatter portion. So I left about, what is it, like 2.5 inches maybe up front. And beside that feature, which I don't think he's gonna really use it because it's too far up front. Normally you're gonna be buttoning here, so you will be hitting somewhere here anyway. But beside that, you know, what it did was it made up a really cool switch. You can see there. And I nailed it. This one has a really beautiful grind. I'm almost feel bad to go, you know, do it because there's so much work went into it already. And I always finish everything completely, then test it and then clean it up. But all the smudges are actually just the oil, but really nice clean grind, really high, kind of high polish satin. Looks nice. This one has a micarta handle, OD green, with black and brown, you know, that filler around the handle. It's actually black and brown. That was the exact thickness of the tank. So it's black and brown sandwiched in OD green and shaped kind of like my all big choppers. It's actually just slightly longer, but it's very similar, almost identical to my Excalibur handle. So you actually have a two-hand if you want to. You have the bulb on it. If you want to have one hand, which is most of the time you use this nice one hand, you can swap grip, so you have more balance here, which feels incredible nimble. You know, you still have the balance point up front, but it feels very, very nimble and light in the hand. So, two copper pins, just nice kind of rough. Put the oil in, so instead of soaking the sweat and dirt from the hand, it already has the oil, you know, the food grade oil in the micarta soaked in. And let's see. I'm not gonna see what I'm doing because this camera doesn't have the, you know, the viewfinder that I can spin around, but just do a couple walks. Not bad. No damage. whatsoever. It's convex grind, very lean convex with super small bevel on the bottom. The reason why it can handle, you know, almost zero grind, it's pretty thick. It started off thicker than 5/16, and it's low, so the angle it gets, it's, you know, it has plenty of steel to support such a thin grind. Imagine you have probably around, if not under 10 thousandths behind the bevel, but you know, it has the steel behind it to support it. I like it. Bites good. The handle feels very comfortable. Even though this one is actually made, I know his hand is bigger than mine, so I actually made it more for him. If I were doing it for myself, I would make it a little thinner, you know, lower and thinner, but it actually still feels good even for my hand. Quite happy with this one. You see the chunks it's taking off. Okay, that's such a nice clean cut. Let's see something. Just the cutting performance. Pretty nice. I'm very happy. Oh, nice. I didn't mess it up too bad, so I don't have to do a lot of cleaning. Probably got lucky that the wood was clean, because often you put some scratches on it. I really like it. Hopefully he does too. Not sure, a lot of people ask when they see it on Instagram if I will be doing, you know, kind of like a regular model of a Waki. Really not sure if I will do that. It was kind of just a fun project with Kylie. CKC knives, and I'll see. I might do it. I do have one design that I designed myself. There's a slightly longer, but the similar concept, but mine has a regular full tank. I really don't like hidden tanks, not because of the strength. They are the strength, the same exact thing, if not even stronger maybe than the full tanks, because when you have full tank you normally do some lightning holes, so that kind of weakens the blade. When you have a hidden tank, it normally is, if it's designed well without no sharp corners, it actually is one big massive piece with just the holes for the fasteners or whatever you decide. So in reality they are probably actually stronger, but they are much harder, at least for me, because I'm not experienced with hidden tank. They are much harder to actually do, you know, to make those handles. So Collin, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoy some chopping video. It's been a while. I'll definitely gotta try it, you know, more. I've been doing the folders and small blades. I need to make myself grind more of those big blades and get them up to the heater, because I'm still really excited about the peacemaker. So hopefully we'll see the peacemaker in some action soon. Definitely want to have it done for the blade. That will be good, I think. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.